Greetings, star children. It's I, Hemlock Moonwolf.
Hey, it's for Danny. So I wanted to make this video to share with you all about...
Greetings, star children. It's Hemlock Moonwolf.
To my other YouTube channel, which some of you may be aware of, but I know some...
Rude. Greetings, star children. It's Hemlock.
So I wanted to talk about.
Greetings, star children. It's Hemlock Moonwolf.
Hemlock Moonwolf.
Here to bring you blessings of the earth and its mother.
Earth Mother.
Today we're going to be talking about, well, Sunfruit Dan. I'm thrilled. For those who are not familiar, Sunfruit Dan has come into controversy lately, being an alternative health healer who's pushed some dangerous ideas and is currently in trouble with the media.
Hey, it's Danny here. So, since I've been in the media recently, a lot of people on my YouTube channel who just want to direct hate and negativity towards me have said many times that I am not a doctor, and for me to promote health advice is very dangerous because, yeah, I haven't been taught to be a doctor and I'm not a certified doctor.
Not a doctor? Well, you could have fooled me. You look just like one.
I've never said that I am a doctor, and yeah, what I call myself is a health coach and detoxification specialist, which I am.
A detoxifying specialist. Fascinating. You see, I too am also a detoxifying specialist. I have a diploma. I bought it.
Doctors are really taught to just diagnose people and give them pharmaceuticals or recommend surgery to them or other things that are not addressing the root cause of people's health issues.
This is absolutely true. Nobody's ever been healed by a doctor, ever, in the history of mankind. That's just ridiculous.
And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah.
They are just the real drug pushers out there. And if you look into it, the pharmaceutical industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So by them teaching people, such as doctors, to heal people, they stand to lose a lot of money.
Fascinating. So you don't like the fact that there is an industry where there's money to be made on healing people, which means obviously you don't have any financial investment in this at all, do you? Just to be sure, maybe we should go and look at your website.
In the description of all of his videos, there's a link to sacredpurity.com. Taking a look at it, right on the front page, product after product of interesting things for you to buy, like 100% pure gum spirits of turpentine. Oh, and he also sells health coaching packages. Interesting.
So yeah, I may have not been trained by a specific system and have certification, but what I do is I learn from the best people possible. So yeah, I teach myself what I need to learn, and if there's anything from a teacher I don't agree with, then I do not promote it.
Danny here promotes himself as something of a truth seeker, where he finds all the ways in which true healing has been suppressed by the global conspiracy. One of those is using turpentine. Yes, turpentine. Let's take a look at one of his earlier videos in which he describes what turpentine can do for the body.
Hey there people, it's Sunfruit Danny. So I wanted to make a video where I'm basically going to share with you all the different actions turpentine has within the body and the health issues that it can relate.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
Something I'd like to mention is 100% pure gum spirits of turpentine is pine oil from the pine tree. It's not some dangerous thing like a lot of people think it is as a paint stripper and stuff like that. But make sure you are getting a clean source because a lot of it is toxic and impure out there.
There's one distinct problem with what Dan here is saying. You see, Dan seems to think that if you go up to a pine tree, you can simply stick a tap in it and out will flow the precious turpentine.
Precious turpentine.
However, that's not exactly true. Turpentine is indeed derived from the types of pine oils, but it still requires a refinement process.
And if you want to find a clean source that is shipped worldwide, check out sacredpurity.com as they sell it worldwide.
Sacredpurity.com. We've heard that name before.
And turpentine is one of the best remedies out there for eliminating candida and parasites within the body. So yeah, it's really brilliant for things like that and other health issues that I'm about to mention. So it's also brilliant for bronchial secretions. It slows down or stops bleeding. It's also a diuretic, so it increases your urination. It's an antithumatic. It's an antidote to phosphorus poisoning. It's also brilliant to be used as a urinary antiseptic. It dissolves gallstones as well and uric acid crystals. Antispasmodic properties, tuberculosis and pneumonia, resolving vaginal discharge,
Vaginal discharge.
bodily pains like muscle pains, skeletal pain, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, sciatica as well, and just like nerve pain in general. It's also brilliant for resolving flatulence.
Hold on one moment. Did you just say it cures flatulence? Because that's incredible. You see, I routinely have to expel various demons from inside this husk of a body, this vessel for the Earth Mother. And in doing so, I usually have to perform what I call anal exorcisms.
Anal exorcisms.
And if I can have a type of substance which can help me do that, well, that's just incredible. But please, go on.
Epilepsy, infection of the uterus after birth, dropsy, spasms as well, whooping cough, migraines, chronic constipation, bleeding under the skin, and also purple spots. And it's also brilliant for scabies and lice. And basically, from my own experience...
Your own experience with scabies and lice. Gross. What is it with these dreadlocked YouTubers and just being so disgusting?
It's also brilliant for kidney and organ restoration as well. So people that have had like liver damage or liver failure or kidney failure or kidney damage or any sort of other damage or failure to any other organs, it's brilliant for helping restore them back to their original state.
Time out. I feel like I have to mention this. If you have kidney failure or kidney damage, drinking turpentine is a really, really bad idea.
It's also brilliant for the stimulating qualities for dissolving obstructions throughout the whole body, throughout the nerves, throughout the arteries and the veins and stuff like that.
Go figure. A paint thinner is really good at dissolving shit. Who would have guessed?
And basically, if you want to learn how to take it internally in the most safe and effective way for you, I'm going to recommend for you to watch my videos.
That might have been a little hard to catch. Let's watch it one more time.
I'm going to recommend for you to watch my videos.
So the safest way for anyone to take turpentine internally is by watching your videos. Imagine that. Well, it just so happens we have another video of yours in which you describe how to take turpentine internally.
Hey there, it's Sunfruit Dan here. So I talk about turpentine a lot on my YouTube channel, and specifically 100% pure gum spirits of turpentine, which is a pure source of turpentine, because if it doesn't say that on the bottle, it may be impure and toxic and harmful to you.
That really doesn't matter. Turpentine is not something you want to put in your body.
Turpentine is an organic solvent that even its vapor can irritate the skin and the passageways of the nose and mouth. It can cause renal failure and eventually hydrocarbon poisoning. In fact, a single tablespoon of turpentine is enough to kill a small child. It is by no means safe.
So yeah,
I've
never made a video on this subject in relation to turpentine, and that is using turpentine in an enema.
What?
And I get a lot of people ask me online through Facebook groups and messages, how do I perform a turpentine enema?
You do?
Because you do not want to just be placing it in water and then adding it to your enema bag and then putting it inside you, because all that will happen is the turpentine will float on the water and it can start to burn your insides and have some very negative effects.
What the fuck?
And what I do is I'm going to put a link down below for the recipe image so you can check that out from the book, but I'll also read it out to you now.
Oh goody. Are you going to tell us your favorite type of ass cocktail?
Ass cocktail.
All you need to do is get the oil of the turpentine. You want 1 fluid ounce. And then you want a mucilage of any starch. It could be cornstarch, potato starch, and you want 15 fluid ounces of this. And then what you do is mix them together and make sure they're very mixed up, and then there you go.
Personally, my favorite type of enema is 3 parts margarita mixed to 1 part tequila. But whatever.
So basically, by taking it orally and then rectally as well, you're coming from both ends, so it's giving it like a double whammy effect.
Double whammy. Taking it from both ends. Oh my. What a naughty boy you are. Now while we're on the topic of douches, I meant enema bags. Next up, we're going to watch, just quickly, some of his tips and tricks on how to get a good enema. I know you're as thrilled as I am.
So I wanted to talk to you about how you can do certain things to make it easier to retain an enema. First off is if you're having the enema kit really high up, so the water solution is going into you very quick, then you can find it a lot harder to retain because you're making it going too quick. So make sure that when you are doing it, you do it from anywhere from about this height or no higher hung up. Starting off with smaller enemas as well and working your way up. Also the temperature of it. What I found was that if I was using a mobile phone, like looking online and stuff like that at the time, that I found it a lot harder to hold in enema as well. And the reason I believe is the EMS within the electronical device actually was tightening my body and my intestines, so it was like pushing it out.
Are you really suggesting that cell phone radiation can make your butt burst? Fascinating.
Also, there is an acupressure point as well.
So in order to retain an enema easier, you need to use the shocker. Got it. Next up, we're going to take a look at 4 ways that you can heal from anything. This should be interesting.
Hey, it's Danny here. So I want to share with you 4 free, very natural ways that can cure any different health issues. So the first one is the Wim Hof Breathing Method.
Ah yes, the Wim Hof technique. As a more enlightened health guru, I would instead recommend the superior meditation technique that you can get from my latest CD, Meditations of the Mother.
Relax, mere mortal, for the time of reckoning draws close. All will burn when I'm free from my eternal prison of dreamless sleep.
And the second one is either daily intermittent fasting or extended water fasting.
Okay, fasting, not eating things. Got it?
And then on to the third one is grounding, which some people call earthing, which is doing what I'm doing now, which is putting your feet on the ground. And yet, I have found from my own experience that it helps boost my mood, it reduces my stress levels, and it's also shown that it does massively have anti-inflammatory benefits.
And of course, grounding is absolutely legit. However, if you truly want to be a hardcore health enthusiast,
Hardcore as fuck.
instead, you must take some of the earth from the Earth Mother,
Earth Mother.
shape it into something that's going to be easily insertable, and then insert it into your own earthen hole, letting your power recycle itself until it all comes out in an energy landslide.
Energy landslide.
And last but not least, which is the most controversial one, and that's why I've left it until last, is urine therapy, which some people call uropathy.
Oh, urine therapy.
But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. When you look at the analysis done on someone's urine, when a lab does this, it contains an abundance of hormones, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, stem cells, and a whole host of other amazing nutrients.
While technically true, those beneficial things that are found inside of urine are in such trace elements that they themselves are negligible and really don't do anything for the body. But also, there's something else that Dan has neglected to mention. You see, here I have mystically summoned a glass of Sunfruit Dan's piss. Yes, that's his piss. Now if we take a closer look inside, we can see what scientists have known for many years. Whereas urine is not necessarily dangerous, it is not completely sterile because it can contain bacterial cultures. The only way you can avoid this is by being a 10th level guru under the Earth Mother.
Earth Mother.
Like me.
And if you do research into it, the pharmaceutical companies are very aware of its healing benefits, because in America, for example, the biggest Portaloo company, all the urine that goes in their Portaloos, they actually collect it and keep it all and sell it to the pharmaceutical companies. Then the pharmaceutical companies extract and isolate certain substances that are within the urine, and then they put it into certain pharmaceuticals, and then it's also put into certain beauty products.
Are you suggesting that anybody who uses a porta potty in America, those porta potties are then drained and sold to the pharmaceutical companies so that they can isolate all the wonderful things found in piss? Really? Now, if you think that's the end of the saga of urine therapy and Sunfruit Dan, oh, you're mistaken. You see, urine seems to be something that he is uniquely focused on, and he's made many videos about them. But let's take a step back really quick, because urine therapy also ties into something else that we just previously touched on. Let's watch this video.
Hey there lovely people, it's Sunfruit Dan here. So I want to talk about urine enemas. Yes, urine enemas.
Oh yes, urine enemas.
So yeah, these are absolutely amazing. Like, I've been into urine therapy for many years, and I've been using urine enemas for many years as well, almost every single day, and these things just make me feel absolutely amazing.
Well, I guess then nobody can say you're full of shit. You're full of piss.
They make me feel so calm. They make me have such good mental clarity, higher energy levels. They just make me feel amazing, and I've had some really profound spiritual experiences during them as well, which is just absolutely amazing.
I guess I've just been doing it completely wrong all these years. Instead of putting ecstasy pills in my rectum, I should have been having a helpful person piss in my ass.
It's absolutely amazing. Like, it's completely transformed my life and my health. And like, I literally crave them every single day because they just make me feel so alive and so just like, wow.
Apparently Sunfruit Dan craves his urine enemas as much as you crave coffee in the morning.
So yeah, all you need to do is collect your urine either throughout the day or overnight while you're sleeping. And for me personally, I'd rather collect the night urine and use it because you're producing a lot of different hormones and stuff during your sleep. So it's even more nutrient dense, so you're going to get an even greater benefit from it. But if not, like I said, you can just collect it throughout the day.
Oh yes, you see, the very best urine comes from that frothy, thick yellow stuff you get first thing in the morning. Delicious.
So yeah, what I'd advise is don't use any that's longer than about 3 days old. It starts to age then, and it can become quite strong and potent, and it can have some negative effects on you. You only really want to be using what's known as aged urine for externally rubs on your skin.
Oh, of course. Once the piss starts to cure and age, instead, that should be used externally. For instance, over at healingwithhemlock.com, you can buy 2-year aged, circa 2016 Moonwolf Reserve aged urine. It's especially good for rubbing on your cold sores. Next up is urine therapy, the free cure for every health condition. Let's watch.
So I wanted to share with everyone a very amazing cure for healing any health issue that you have mentally and physically. And yeah, I wanted to talk about this because it's a very important topic that everyone needs to know about, and that is urine therapy. And as the name says, it sounds like you're in therapy, which is quite interesting as well.
No, it's not.
So yeah, you may be thinking, oh, this is disgusting, and this is something that the body's meant to be excreting and we're meant to be throwing away because it's toxic waste, but this is just some misinformation.
Of course. You see, the natural process of our body by expelling waste really isn't a process of expelling waste. It's just that we're leaking all of those power nutrients that we should instead collect and immediately put right back into our bodies. That just makes sense.
The more dehydrated you are, the more darker it's going to be and the more bitter and horrible tasting it's going to be. And if you're eating things like burgers and chips and chicken nuggets and McDonald's and all of these food substances and everything else, it's just so bad. It's not what's designed for human, and then people wonder why men and women in today's age are not living nowhere near as long as they used to hundreds of years ago, and why they end up with all crazy sorts of disease and really just being in a horrible state of health.
Oh, absolutely. You see, only 200 years ago, human beings were living until they were 400 years old, and they never got sick. and they never had anything like a plague, or any types of infectious diseases which we now can vaccinate against. That's just a bunch of bullshit misinformation. Truly, we are way sicker today than we were hundreds of years ago. Now, Sunfruit Dan here doesn't just like urine therapy because he believes it's good for healing. No, instead he believes it actually gives him superpowers.
I also just get to have like such clearer mental clarity. It's just like my brain just works so much better, and like a lot of things that I need to work out in life, I can just work them out, and I can just know a lot of things with things that I've been confused about and stuff like that. It's just like, wow.
If you're having trouble with your math problems, I suggest drinking your piss.
Yeah, when I'm doing it, it's just like I have so many like intuitive thoughts and realizations and stuff like that. It's just absolutely amazing, because being connected to your intuition, it's like your inner guidance system, but like from your higher self.
Basically, you're a piss-powered astral plane traveling Professor X. Seems legit.
So it has like the best perspective on anything, and it can give you the answers to anything that you need to know.
Oh, absolutely. You see, when I had to build the Hemlock ashram, I did so with funds that I got from playing the lottery, the numbers of which I obtained by chugging gallons and gallons of my own urine.
Gallons and gallons. It's like basically doing like really deep meditation, but you're just doing it from drinking urine.
Now, while I, being a superior alternative health guru and shaman, can have all of these mystical effects without drinking urine, Sunfruit Dan is still a little bit lower. You see, he has not attained the certain enlightened status that I have. He's still dwelling with amateur uromancy. But I digress. Now let's watch one more of his videos. And this was detailing out why he stopped urine therapy for a time. But don't worry, he is actually back on the wagon, drinking his piss as of this recording on a regular basis.
I have been craving my urine a lot. So I have been drinking it here and there, but I'm not into a routine or what I would call a habit. So yeah, I need to form that neural pathway in my brain which creates habits and addictions, so to speak. And yeah, so a lot of time I do keep forgetting to do it, but I am going to keep pushing forward and keep trying to drink my urine.
Good for you.
So I just need to make sure that I am very well hydrated, because I do saunas multiple times a day and I do exercise most days, and it's a very hot country. So yeah, my urine isn't necessarily very tasty to drink. But when I am well hydrated and it's almost clear or is clear, it is so amazing. And this is one of the reasons why I crave it, because it tastes like the most softest, subtle drink ever. And when I've been away from it for long periods of time and I come back to it, I'm like, oh my god, it's like a mouth orgasm.
What?
Mouth orgasm.
One more time?
Oh my god, it's like a mouth orgasm.
That's what I thought you said. Now, we've had some fun in this video looking at this interesting, if amateur, alternative health guru. But really, there is a serious side to this. You see, he's doing something very, very wrong, which most people who drink their own piss are doing absolutely incorrectly. You see, the truth is that if you want to have the most powerful benefits of drinking urine, you can't just do the amateur move of simply peeing into a glass to drink it, or peeing into a bag to put it up your asshole. No, no. Let me, Hemlock Moonwolf, demonstrate for you the proper technique.
First, find yourself an appropriate place to do the ritual. Send a blessing to the Earth Mother and gather your energy. Feel all of your power flowing to your bladder. Then, relax and aim. Release the power flow. Get all of those vital nutrients deep inside your mouth. There you go, just like that. Ritual accomplished.
Now there you are. No need to thank me. I'm here to serve you at the will of the Earth Mother. I'm getting a transmission from the Earth Mother now. She is saying that if you want to increase your power levels and enlighten your chakras, by all means please go to the link in the description below and buy a Hemlock Moonwolf t-shirt. And be sure to keep an eye on healingwithhemlock.com for more amazing products in which you can use to increase your awareness and cosmic power levels. I have been Hemlock Moonwolf. Namaste.